What is going on, guys? My name is HollowPoiint, and thank you guys so much for tuning back into my channel. Today I am bringing you guys some tips on how to stay alive longer in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This game, in my opinion, guys, is probably one of the most challenging Call of Duties ever, just because there's just so many things that you have to be aware of, in order not to die. So today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips that I found useful for myself, helping me stay alive longer, that I think would probably help you guys out too. Now, the first tips that I'm going to give you are probably going to be general Call of Duty tips that you guys already probably heard in the past in other Call of Duties, and then the last probably one or two tips that I'm going to give you is something that I found that you should be doing, specifically in this game to stay alive longer. So make sure you guys, stay to watch the entire video. Alright guys, so the first tip that I want to give you guys is gun of choice. In this game, you're going to have to choose a gun that you're well comfortable with, whether it's from long range, medium range, or short range. In Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, it is said that the assault rifles are the most balanced weapon, so I definitely suggest using an assault rifle over any other weapon if you're trying to do well in a particular game. Now, the three guns that I definitely recommend using as far as assault rifles, I would say the AK-12, the BAL-27, and the HBR. These are really good weapons if you guys are trying to improve your KD and stay alive longer. Alright guys, so the next tip I want to give you guys is use a silencer. I've heard already that people are saying that silencers are not useful in this game. That's not true. Of course they are. Now in this game more than ever, you have multiple ways of being discovered, so you want to make sure you're using a silencer so you can, minimize the amount of times that you could get noticed, because now you can get noticed by freaking jumping in the air, so at least with the silencer, you're not going to be notifying nobody, that you have a suppressed weapon, unless they have the little microphone on their weapon, which I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are going to use it, but I definitely recommend you guys using a silencer for your weapon. It's definitely going to help you guys out in this game tremendously. Alright, so the third tip that I want to give you guys is obviously very self-explanatory. Stick to the outsides of the map. Do not be that person in the middle of the map, jumping all over the place, trying to look for people, because you're going to get shot. It's just that simple. In this game, before in Call of Duty, let me put it like this. Before in Call of Duty, you couldn't go in the middle of the map because you could get killed from behind, in front of you, left or right. Now you have all those ways that you can get killed, plus you have from above. So you definitely have to be sticking to the edges of the map, because at least if you're sticking to the edges of the map, you're always going to be minimizing the chances of you getting killed. That is just basic Call of Duty knowledge, and every good player uses that tactic, and you guys must use it. I know sometimes we tend to forget to stick to the outsides, but you guys must get used to sticking to the outsides of the map. Alright, another tip that I want to give you guys, that this is very important, guys. Stick to the ground. Do not be a bunny hopper. When I first started this game, I was jumping all over the place in the middle of the map, jumping like a maniac, trying to do 360 kills, trying to look cool, jumping and dashing in midair in front of the map, and everybody could spot you, whether it's a sniper, assault rifle, a shotgun, it doesn't matter. Anybody can spot you, and you're just, honestly, you guys are just being easy targets. So what you want to do is stick to the ground and pick off people that are being bunny hoppers. Don't be a bunny hopper, okay? So make sure you guys are sticking to the ground and just wait for people to jump up and kill them. Patrol an area, don't camp, patrol an area, and just always keep your eyes open for the top, because people are always going to be jumping. This is a new ability. People are going to get freaking bunny hopper happy, people are going to be jumping all the time, so make sure you take advantage of that. Alright, the next tip that I want to give you guys is do not abuse on your exosuit. This is very important. People are going to be doing this, and I'm pretty sure you are going to be doing this, because I was doing this, and sometimes I catch myself doing it too. Do not go jumping all over the place like Red Riding Hood, in the forest looking for blueberries. Just don't do that. You must use your exosuit whenever necessary. That does not mean just because you have a new ability that you should be hopping all over the map like a crazy maniac, because that's just going to end up getting you killed. You must take it into consideration that your exosuit is only for, for when necessary use only. Do not think that this exosuit is here for you to be using it 24/7. It's not. If you guys manage to find a way to hold on a little bit on your exosuit, I promise you guys will die less. So kind of stick to the modern, Call of Duty style on the ground, but then when you need to use the exosuit, use it. Alright, so make sure you guys keep that in mind. Alright, so the next tip that I want to give you guys, I know you guys might want to kill me because you may think that I am contradicting myself from the previous from the previous tip, and that's what it may sound like, but it's not. Just hear me out. Use your exosuit, guys. Use it, but like I said, don't use it on abuse. The way you want to use your exosuit is simple. You know how in normal Call of Duty, if you want to get to cover, you would just simply run to a spot, or maybe if you want to move to the right, you just move to the right. Do not do that. If you guys are trying to move forward to a place as fast as you can, just jump once and dash forward. Jump once and dash forward. If you guys want to go to the left, dash to the left, dash to the right. Always use your exo abilities to move on the ground. I'm not saying all over, you know, on top in the clouds, hovering like a crazy guy. On the ground. In this game, it's gonna get to a point that exosuit is all you have when you're moving in ground. So if you're moving forward, if you're sprinting, sprint, do a little jump once and dash forward. Sprint, do a little jump once and dash forward. Dash to the right, dash to the left. When you guys get a kill, dash to the right and get to cover. If you guys are being shot at, dash back, dash left. You know, sprint, jump, dash forward. Always do the dashes. Abuse on your dashes. Do not abuse on your abilities to jump all over the place. Only when you guys are being, you know, being shot and you cannot go anywhere else, yes. But for the most part, try to dash your way like crazy. You know, if you guys see really good players, all they're doing now is just dashing and dashing and dashing left, dashing right, dashing forward, not jumping around like crazy, guys. You know, sometimes I understand you're going to have to do it, but try not to be so vulnerable. If you guys are going to do it, stick to the outskirts of the map. But make sure you guys abuse on the exosuit as far as dashing goes. It's really, really helpful for staying alive longer, becoming a harder target to hit. Alright, so the last tip that I want to give you guys is use blast suppressor. This perk can be found in the 3rd perk category, and it really does come in handy because just of all the facts that I've told you to use your exosuit, you know, to dash forward, dash right, back, left, whatever, you must use it. Because when you guys are doing this, you know, to get to cover, just run away from an enemy. If there's another enemy nearby and you're doing this and you don't have blast suppressor, they're gonna know where you somewhat are and they're gonna go there and they're gonna kill you. Or even the person that is already shooting you is gonna know where you're headed to because he sees you on the minimap. So make sure you guys are using blast suppressor. I honestly think this is gonna be a very useful perk in this game, and I perhaps would not deal, you know, a game without it. I would not play a game without it. That is just my opinion. I think it is extremely helpful in this game. You know, dead silence is gone. You know, there's no dead silence and you can't even hear footsteps at all. So the least thing that you could do for yourself is use blast suppressor so you can minimize yourself from the minimap, you know, along with the suppressor and all that good stuff. So guys, I hope you guys found these tips helpful. Trust me, just implement these tips every day into your game. Sometimes you might forget to do one or the other, but try your hardest to implement all of them into your gameplay, and I promise you it will help you survive longer and overall get more kills and have a better KD ratio. So with that said, guys, I hope you really did enjoy this video. If you did, please feel free to drop a thumbs up on the video. And for those of you guys who are new to my channel, subscribe for more daily content. My name is HollowPoiint, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.